Okay, everybody, welcome to another weekly market review for ourselves. Okay, we got a few things that's happening this week, so let's get straight into it. Okay, so again, as usual, this is not financial advice, and any statements or views that we make is just our personal views and not held by any other group. Okay, so very simply, inflation data came out this week. For those of you who do not know, it's also known as CPI, all right? Consumer Price Index, CPI data. And basically, it just tells us about inflation, how expensive our goods, our groceries are, and what analysts forecasted was a 0.5% increase. And what happened as well was that it was in line with what analysts expected. Okay, so analysts predicted 0.5. It was in line with that, right? So for month to month, inflation actually has gone up a little bit. Okay, so it's gone up a little bit, guys. So again, we know we are in a high inflation environment. Inflation has tapered off and is coming down, but it's not going to be one shot. So we still are in high inflation. For month to month, we did have a slight increase as well, right? So some of the market observers and investors are wondering if they are having a surprise ahead because of this slight increase in inflation. Some investors are wondering and thinking if the Feds will keep up this aggressive campaign on their rate hikes and their price increases. Okay, so if you don't know, the Federal Reserve has been increasing interest rates, and it will likely hit 5 to 5.25%, right? This is what they have already said. They have already forecasted. We are now at about 4.75%. So you can easily expect interest rates to keep on going to at least, all right, 5.25%. Okay. So with that means your stock valuations and your stocks likely will get affected and come down as well. Okay. Number two, again, this conflicts exactly with inflation. So the property market, right? So if you're not sure or want to see how sensitive the economy is to the shift in interest rates, then this mortgage demand and mortgage report that came out, I thought was really interesting. So the amount of mortgage applications, again, people applying for loans for their houses, it fell by 7.7% last week. Okay. And the thing is, your fixed rates, that means your interest rates on these loans and your fixed rates, they actually rose. All right. They increased to 6.39%. All right. From 6.81%. Okay. So again, high inflation environment, interest rates are going up. So there has been an interest increase. Okay, so your loans and your mortgages are a lot more expensive now, right? You want to buy a car, want to buy a property, you can expect all these loans and your mortgage payments to be high for the foreseeable and short-term future. Okay, so refinance applications fell. Of course, high interest rates, nobody wants to refinance their house or their applications. And again, because of this environment, a lot of people are putting off purchasing a new home for themselves. Okay, so again, market expects that inflation will continue to persist. All right, therefore the Federal Reserve will have to be very restrictive with their monetary policy, and that also means, like I said, the interest rate hikes will continue to be there. Okay, so that's what we have now in terms of inflation. All right, lastly, Tesla. Right, so again, Tesla has had a bit of a rally recently. All right, so it's been down massively for you, but it had a huge rally up recently. And again, what has been in the news for it is that it has recalled about 300K over vehicles. This is because of some issue with their self-driving technology and software, their full self-driving FSD software for themselves. And although Tesla have not revealed the exact number that they have recalled and the cars with FSD, it was previously stated about 400,000 for itself, right? So again, if they don't get this under control, it has said that this may in line be with unsafe around intersections. This software might actually be unsafe around intersections, such as traveling straight through an intersection while in a turn-only lane, all right, and so on for itself. Okay, so again, interesting news on Tesla for it. CEO has been in the spotlight for the wrong reasons. Now its vehicles are also in the spotlight for the wrong reasons. But in terms of the stock price, all right, it doesn't seem to have been largely affected. All right, actually it's had a nice rally for this couple of weeks. All right, 1-2 months. Later on, we'll take a look at the charts and I'll show you guys as well. And yeah, all right, stock charts, if you were doing options trading or you were knowing how to trade Tesla, like some of our community members over here, you would have made some good returns and profits for yourself. Okay. Now, again, like I mentioned, CPI data came out. So this is the exact information for it. Okay, you can see CPI. Analysts forecasted 0.5%. What we actually got was 0.5%. So it was in line, slight increase of our inflation. PPI. So PPI is producer. All right. For producers, guys, PPI is another indicator that we look at. And very simple, it's also an indication of inflation, all right? Because when your businesses, when your producers charge you more for their goods, for their services, for the products you buy from them, okay? This means that you are going to end up paying higher, all right? The higher cost is passed on to people like you and me, all right? So it means to produce their goods, their services, it's become more expensive. That is why they are charging you more when you want to buy their goods or service or their products. So we can see as well, slight increase from what analysts have forecasted, right? So it's not in line, but actually a slight increase. So I also purposely added here, this is from Trading Economics for anybody who wants to know where to go and see it. In the US right now, again, inflation is still at about 6.4%, all right? So again, ideally what we are looking for proper normal inflation rate is about 2 to 3%. Currently, we are still at about 6.4%. So really long way more to go until we hit the inflation rate we desire and we are optimally supposed to be at. And you can see our interest rate over here, 4.75%. This is easily going to carry on to about 5 to 5.25%. Again, this is not advice, but I think likely we can go up all the way to 5.25%. Okay. All right. So that's it. Now let's go ahead and check out the charts and see what the technicals are telling us right now. Okay, guys, so you can see we are on the S&P 500 SPY charts, and you can see so far for our SPY, it has been holding the levels. So again, guys, so far with my drawings and my support resistance, this is where price has gone to on a week-to-week basis. So we can see that price has just been in my zone here of 417 to 408. Okay. And right now it was holding this level on the previous day. Okay. 408. And we happen to have it break down. So price now is at around here. Okay. Around the 407 to 404 level. All right. That's where price has currently gone to and is holding at right now. Now, where do we see it in the coming week? Again, I think we are due for a little bit of a pullback on the SPY. So in this coming week, if we can see it pull back, my next stop I will see it likely go to will be anywhere from the 400 level. All right, we'll see it touch the 400 price level all the way to maybe about 396. All right, all the way to maybe about 396. All right, that's the general level I'm looking at, 396 to 400 if price continues to go down for it. All right, and again, if price continues to go up, then we can see testing the 408 level again, and maybe even going up as 417 and testing that level again. Okay, now if I throw on some of my indicators that you can see, all right, very nicely you can see that again on our MACD over here, we can see a cross happening. So that's talking about some negative momentum coming into the stock as well. RSI was at a high level, close to being overbought, but has now come down. Okay, momentum. Okay, so our candles, so you can see my candles over here. A lot of selling that was happening over here on Thursday, Friday as well. We opened and we had a slight gap down and we moved past our 9 EMA and 20 EMA. So again, we can or we might see, all right, possible movement downwards from our SPY. Again, touching maybe my 400 if price do continue to come down, and all the way to about 396, you can see where my 100 EMA is, all right? My 100 EMA over here. I think this general level is going to act as a support point for myself. Okay, so if you know how to do options, guys, again, I took a little bit of a small options play on this, all right? I did some shorts on this or did some puts on this, and I made a little bit of money for myself as well, right? So again, powerful options trading, you know how to read the direction, you can profit from this volatile time as well. Okay, now in QQQ, all right, the NASDAQ 100, again, similar as well. You can see my 300 price level is holding well. If we see it come down, all right, I'm expecting it to come down to around this 290 level, which is in line with where my 200 EMA is, all right? So my 200 EMA over here, all right, if it comes down, if we can break the 300, if not, then we can see it range, all right, in this 300 to 310 price level, all right? We can see it range here. If not, then I do see it coming down all the way to the 290 level. All right. So again, if you look at our MACD, we've had a crossover. It's negative momentum. All right. Our RSI was overbought. It is coming down now. So we are due for a little bit of a pullback. All right. So it's showing us negative momentum. Let's see if there's a follow through on this with our indexes. Okay. And lastly, just Tesla. I want to show you guys, okay, with Tesla having again a massive run up over the past, right, couple of 1 to 2 months for itself, right? Massive run up. It's hit a resistance point. Currently, we're at around the 200 EMA level. All right, you can see on the RSI over here, we are overbought, and our MACD is also slowly starting to turn as well. We can see, all right, the upwards momentum slowly coming down and dying off. Okay. So again, Tesla, if you know how to play this direction well and you're anticipating a certain direction, possible opportunity as well on this. Okay, so that's it for the charts, guys. I'm now going to focus on what is the news we need to look out for in the upcoming week. Okay, so for this week, what do we actually got to look out for? So very simply, again, we got the G20 meetings. And for those of you who don't know that, again, it's attended by all the finance ministers and central bankers from all your main countries. Okay, so you got Canada, Italy, France, Germany, UK, and most importantly, the US. Okay, so again, these meetings are close to press, but it's important because they do talk about, all right, policy shifts. Okay, policy shifts that can be influential in impacting the global economy and monetary policies. Okay, so something that we need to look out for and just see during the week. Right now, the next thing that is important as well is GDP. All right, so GDP is going to be coming out as well. Again, for those of you who don't know about GDP, it's just basically the change in the value of your goods and service, showing you whether your economy is growing, all right, on a quarter-to-quarter basis. Okay, so again, it's the broadest measure of economic activity and primary gauge of economic health. So again, if economy is growing, it's increasing for a country, it's always good for its markets. Okay, but again, we're in a bit of a high inflation environment. A lot of our big companies are laying off individuals, cutting costs, all right, lowering productions. So we need to see as well, is GDP going to be affected this time? And will it have any effects on the markets? Okay, so these are the two main events. If you're trading, please look out for these events and be aware of it when you're doing your trading. Now, again, down here at our 1K a day club, our IWC, right? Our community is basically using options to make anywhere from $100 to 1K a day for themselves, all right? And if you don't believe me, guys, very simply, every week I always show you this, how our students and our students in the community are doing. So literally, guys, this is their trades for the week. You can see their returns. Again, for people with a smaller portfolio, smaller capital, all right, literally making $24 for yourself, all right, in a day, in 5 minutes, $36 for yourself, all right, $108 for yourself, 20 bucks, okay, 66 bucks. And then those of you who have slightly more capital for yourself, right, you got a 5-figure capital, you can make about 400 bucks for yourself in a day, all right, another $110 for yourself, $375. Really some solid returns, all right, guys? And again, they're doing this consistently, and because they're doing it consistently, I literally not only have 1 page to show you, but 3 pages, guys, all right? 3 pages of these guys making consistent and solid returns for themselves in this week of trading, all right? So again, all the smaller portfolios, making 25, 37, 50 bucks for themselves in a day, all right? Those with slightly more money for themselves, 10K, 20K, all right, making 183, 106 bucks for themselves, all right? Really, really great returns that they have been doing for themselves in this week, all right? And then again here as well, 600 bucks for themselves, 181, okay? Literally a one-day trade, guys, all right? If you can literally make 600 bucks, all right, in just one day, all right? Think of the endless possibility, guys, okay? 390 bucks in literally one day for themselves. So again, if you want to join our Discord and our community, we have a free Discord channel, all right, guys, free Discord channel and community where you can follow us and you can join us. And that is where I post weekly market reviews. We post trade ideas and trade resources down there as well, all right? So we tell you what stocks we are maybe looking at on our watch list as well, and give you guys certain free resources as well. So if you have not joined our Discord yet, the link is over here. It is bit.ly/IWC Discord. If not, you can take out your phone and scan the QR code over here to join the group right now. Okay, guys, again, it is bit.ly/IWC Discord. If not, take out your phone and scan this QR code for yourself. Okay, so with that, guys, I've come to the end of our weekly market review session. Okay, take care, guys. Have a safe trading week ahead, and I'll see you next week for another review session. All right, take care, guys.